Yeah, it's your Monday married Tonic, and this is Titilola Martins, your married counselor and relationship therapist. Yes, today I have a very short video for you, of course, and I'm going to give you some tips that keeps you together as husband and wife. What keeps you together? That many things can keep you together, and let me quickly say this: it's very, very important that husband and wife find a way to find something to keep them together, because that separation, that enemy starts coming in when there's a gap between you. And so one of those things that can keep it together is finding a project to do together. So this morning I am encouraging couples to find a project to do together. So what are those benefits when you find a project to do together as couples? Yes, you have to be intentional about it. Again, I am saying this morning I'm encouraging couples to find a project. Be intentional about finding a project to do together. Sometimes this thing will not come naturally, but you have to do it knowing fully well that there are benefits therein. And what are those benefits? I'm going to tell you. Number one, your thoughts are targeted towards the same thing, are directed towards the same thing. Both of you are thinking continuously, oh, how is this going to happen? As are going on the same thing. And when there is oneness of purpose, you can be sure that you have reasons to discuss together. That's another thing. You have reasons to discuss together. Something keeps bringing you together. That's why you've got to be intentional about it. You've got to be really, really intentional about it. Something keeps bringing you together. You have to discuss together, because you need to talk about how far the project has gone. You need to talk about, okay, what are those things hindering the project? What are those difficulties? What are those successes that you have made together? And on like that. And before you know it, something is really, really that project is cementing your relationship. You see, closeness, intimacy between husband and wife is not just automatic, as in being each other's confidant, talking, you can talk to at any point in time. You have to find project to do together. That is it. And number three, of course, I've said that you have reasons to discuss together. And there's this wonderful reason benefit also that you get from finding a project to do together, because you have to be talking together, because you have to look at milestones together, you have to look at so many things together. You develop a weapon against malice. That's the way I'm going to put it. You develop a weapon against malice. Yes, malice is one dangerous thing in relationship. Malice is one dangerous thing in the family. When you feel your husband has done something you don't like, your wife has done something you don't like, you are pissed off, you're not just happy and you just want to keep to yourself. I don't want to talk to him. I don't even want him around me. Everybody is now, keeping to themselves for days. It's creating a gap between the both of you that the enemy is going to see as a loophole that will come in through. Yeah. And at this point, I will encourage you to go through a video. I have one of the videos on malice, that don't allow malice to kill your marriage. I'm telling you, malice has is a very strong weapon of the enemy to keep you two apart. And when you are kept apart, a lot of things happen. Before you know, by the time you want to come back together, you are finding yourself, you are looking for yourself, you are looking for your husband. You see him face to face like this, but you're looking for him because a lot of things has changed within him. A lot of things has changed within her. That's why you must not allow malice. So finding a project to do together actually becomes a strong weapon for both of you against malice. Yes, that's the way I put that. And it gives you reasons to want to pray together. Sometimes some families, yes, they don't pray together. I encourage families to pray together. But in situations where you don't observe that, morning devotion together, when you have a project, you have reasons to want to pray together. You have reasons to want to pray for each other. Okay, and these are very strong things that keeps you together, both in the spirit and even physically. And another thing is that how does it feel when the project is done? Do you think you will feel when the project is done and that feeling of I am involved in the project is there? You feel fulfilled. So you get fulfillment from that feeling of I am involved in this project. And let me quickly say this. Sometimes they don't have to be big projects. It can be as little as getting involved in the children's education together, helping the children together to achieve their purpose, to achieve their aim, to achieve their objective in life. I'm telling you, when the two of you decide to come together and say, we want to support this child, we want to support, you know, when the deed is done, when the project is accomplished, you feel good that, oh, as a mother, I'm a part of this. As a father, I am a part of this. There's a fulfillment it gives you. Don't you want to have that joy? I'm sure you want to have that joy. Yes. And it can be as big as building together. And let me say this, sometimes in those projects, your money may not be there, but you're emotionally involved. It is not just about money. Yes, it is not just about money. I have to put that money. She has to put that money 50-50. It's not about that. How emotionally involved are you in that project? That present project that your wife is doing, that present project that your man is doing, how emotionally involved are you in that project? How involved are you in that project, in your prayers, in your giving, in whatever, in giving the support, the moral support, the encouragement? Those may just be what he needs. They may not be what she needs. She wants to do an exam. She wants to advance in her career, and she has an exam coming up. What are you doing? In what way are you contributing? That's a project. In what way are you contributing to that project? Of course, you can't read for her, but you can encourage her. You can tell her. You can relieve her of some, household chores. You can relieve him of some certain things that we naturally, maybe his responsibility, his share of the responsibilities in the home. Just because he has an exam, just because he has a particular thing that is aiming at, an aspect, a career advancement that is aiming at, that we need time. So be involved. It helps you. Apart from that, apart from the feeling of, or that fulfillment that you get from, the joy of being involved in the project, when the project is really done, it keeps you together. A lot of things. So I'm using this video to call couples to come work together. Be intentional. Find something to do together. It keeps you together. Find a project to do together. It can be one tiny project like this. It can be a very big one too. But always find. And let me say again, you have to be intentional about it. So I'm going to ask you, think about it. Of late, what project have you done together, yourself and your spouse? Can you count on a project that you have done together? Can you count on an achievement that you have done together? And when last was it? Is it not becoming stale? Is it, you've got to keep renewing, the feeling of, oh, I've got a partner, I've got an helpmate, I've got a confidant, I've got an helper in this relationship. Be the first helper of destiny to your wife, to your husband. And that is my call for you today. So this week, look for something to do intentionally. It can even be cooking together. It can be anything. Look for something that you guys will just do together. It keeps you together. Go over the video so that you will enjoy the benefits of finding a thing to do together as couples. Thank you very much for listening to your Monday Marriage Tonic. I love it, and I look forward to your comment. God bless you. This is Titilala Martins, your marriage counselor. Thank you.